Chapter 35, The Cabin. Just before they reached the harbor, the professor altered their course, ascending a hill toward the cabin. After they dismounted, they rapped on the door. No response. Peering through the small window embedded in the door, the professor remarked, "He must be inside, even though the lights are off." Knocking again, the professor grasped the handle and observed, "Something isn't right." With determination, he pushed the door open, called out, "Alfred," and entered the cabin. Switching on the light, he came to an abrupt halt. Azer peered over the professor's shoulder. The room appeared to be a storage area for forest workers, with tools neatly hung on one wall. A spacious loft, resembling a theater balcony, divided half the space into 2 levels. Ascending the stairs, they approached a desk positioned in a corner. Alfred's head lay on the table, as if in slumber. However, indications were that he would never awaken. The pool of blood on the table dripped onto the floor. A gun in his hand suggested he had taken his own life. Azer's gaze shifted to the paper in the typewriter. It didn't resemble a farewell letter but rather an inspiring poem. Surveying the surroundings, a sofa bed and a minimally equipped kitchen remained undisturbed. It seemed as if the loft had been added as a private area for Alfred. The professor placed 2 fingers on Alfred's neck and stated, "There's no pulse. Yet he's still warm." Azer leaned over Alfred's head and, scrutinizing the significant gunshot wound on his temple, remarked, "It's hard to believe that such a small handgun could cause such extensive damage." He added, "At such close range, gunpowder residue should surround the bullet wound. Yet there's no sign of it." Envisaging that the bullet had pierced Alfred's head, Azer traced the trajectory and knelt. Examining the hole in the wooden wall, he said, "The bullet passed through. It must have been fired from a significantly more powerful firearm." He put his helmet on the table and walked toward the door, saying, "I'll explore a bit." Behind the cabin, he followed the bullet's path and managed to dig it out of the ground. As he examined the bullet in his hand, he suddenly noticed a red spot on his chest. Someone on the hilltop had aimed a laser from their rifle at him. The laser moved toward his forehead, causing a burning sensation and the smell of burnt hair. A warning shot from a sniper, likely a contract killer hired to make Alfred's death look like a suicide. However, Azer and the professor's presence disrupted the plan. Looking up the hill, Azer saw no one, probably the sniper was hiding behind a tree. Suddenly, a purple cloud appeared between him and the hill, much like the strange cloud he had seen on his way to Merita's apartment. He assumed it was just an unusual weather occurrence. Deciding not to be an easy target, he returned to the cabin. The professor was still affected by his friend's loss. With a sigh, he said, "This marks the end of a remarkable man." Alfred was a prominent writer in German literature, known for novels and poetry. He worked as a playwright until the fall of the Berlin Wall, but a change in theater management erased his name from the payroll due to ideological differences. Alfred had once used his words to advocate for democracy in East Germany, but the political shifts left him isolated. With some fans, we helped him establish a new theater scene here, and he returned the favor with acting lessons. Almost in a dreamlike state, the professor muttered, "Unhappy is the land that needs a hero." Azer recognized the quote from Bertolt Brecht. Glancing at Alfred's lifeless body on the table, and without mentioning the sniper he had seen outside, Azer discreetly pointed out a gas capsule under the kitchen table, warning, "Professor, it's risky to be here. That capsule could explode if lightning hits it."